This coming Wednesday, we are going to have the fourth release of Home Assistant of this year. So let's look at what are the interesting updates we are going to get in this release. Firstly, Home Assistant is introducing infrared proxies to control devices that use infrared. That means you can create small ESP home devices that can send infrared commands from Home Assistant. Now this will work based on the integration that knows how to use this infrared proxy to talk to your device. The first integration to take advantage of this is the LG infrared integration that allows you to control your LG TVs from Home Assistant. One of the quick ways to create this infrared proxy is to use this Seed Studio IR Mate that can be flashed with a ready-made project provided by ESP Home. I think this is a really cool feature that will allow us to make many of our old infrared based devices smarter with Home Assistant. Another new feature introduced in this release is the ability to set background colors to your dashboard sections. On editing the section, you get this option to enable background colors. You can then select the predefined colors and then set the appropriate opacity of the color to the level that you like. I really love this, and this will help me pop up certain sections based on the color that I choose. Next, in this release, when you rename an entity, the entity ID will now include the device name followed by the new name that you have just gave. This is to address the inconsistencies caused when you rename an entity and it would lose the device name prefix that was originally added to the entity ID when you added a device for the first time. This was one of the most commonly discussed topic about naming convention, and we now have a consistent entity ID pattern. Next, we have matter lock integration that allows you to manage users and pin codes directly from Home Assistant. In the manage lock section, you can add one-time access users or full access users and set the appropriate pin. You can also take the advantage of the matter lock actions to maybe send a notification to a new single access user that you have created. Next, in your dashboard cards, you can now add your favorite options. Like for example, here you can select the color of the bulb and add it to your favorites, and this will show up on the card for you to select it directly from your dashboard. Another improvement is this fresh look of the gauge card for your dashboards. On defining the severity and the gauge needle, you get this refreshed look of the gauge card. Another addition to the layout section of the dashboard card is this auto height option. When you enable it, it will adjust the height of the card based on the content rather than the vertical height that is defined. Next, if you have been using AI agents as part of your assist pipeline, then in this release, you will see this show details section showing the thinking process, the tools it called, the arguments that were used to come up with the outcome. This is a great feature for debugging how the AI agent came up with the outcome. Now, in terms of integration, we have quite some new integration like the Dropbox, infrared, LG infra integration that we spoke earlier. Then terminal integration for your e-ink displays in Home Assistant and many more. Another improvement in this release is that we can now use the clean area action with our voice assistant so that you can just say clean the kitchen to make your vacuum cleaner clean the kitchen area. Now all these features are part of the beta release and there may be changes in the final release. So make sure to join the release party on this coming Wednesday. Now, if you like to see such quick updates about Home Assistant releases, then make sure to subscribe to the channel as well as hit that like button for more such videos to come. Till then, take care and I'll see you in my next one.